Okay, what's going on YouTube? I'm back on a live stream. So, I just want to give you guys a quick little announcement that I'm planning on doing a hangout, a Google Hangout, where I'm going to talk about the book. So, you know, I was, I wanted, I kind of did this with my in the 2000s hangout. I did a while back, but it just turned to another, you know, in the 2000s hangout. But I do want to talk about the book and the people, that's the reason why that's the reason why I was giving away the free copies to you guys because I want to talk about the book with other people. Oh, hello, hi. I want to talk about with um, other people about my book. For those who don't know, I released a book last month called Young with a Purpose. It's available on Amazon, it's now on Lulu. I'm gonna put it on my website, soon. But I sent you guys, free. I sent some of you guys free PDF copies of it just because I couldn't get no physical copies. So I just sent you, free PDF copies, but everybody has a smartphone and a tablet or computer, so it wasn't a big deal. But I'm really want to review the book with other people. Like I want to hear other people's opinions on the book and just talk more in depth about the poems, which poems that really like hit you the hardest, which poem that says, "Dang man, this thing really struck a chord with me." Like I want to hear other people's feedback on the book because like I really put my heart and soul into this book. I want other people to enjoy it. I never read this book just for me. I want this book because I knew that my poetry had meaning behind it. I knew that you guys, been telling me for forever now that, man, how do you write these poems? Like, how you able to write these poems the way you write them? So like I want to talk about these poems in the book with you guys and just not just about the book specifically, but I also want to talk about just kind of my background with poetry and like what the inspiration behind it and like how like what motivates me to write a certain poem because I write poetry, I write poems about different topics. My poems could be about God, it could be about friendship, it could be about just coming up from the hood, being a college student. Like I've written poems about a lot of different topics, and I feel now that's the reason why I wrote and I feel like the Young with a Purpose can really resonate with a lot of young people, and that's the main intention is to get young people to enjoy this book because poetry for most people is boring and is lame and whatever and it's fancy, but I've written it in a way that you guys can understand and you guys can relate to. I mean, yes, there were some grammatical errors in the book, which I apologize for it. Like I really do apologize. I am you know if the book is well received, the book gets a lot of attention, then I will definitely revise it so I can sell it because I do want to sell it. I mean, I'm selling it right now on Amazon. I don't know if any guys got any physical copies of the book yet, but I am selling it on Amazon and Lulu. But but I know that grammar issues can be a turnoff for a lot of people. But for most people who read the book, it wasn't really a big deal to them because they knew where I was coming from. They knew that I was speaking from a perspective of somebody, for a young black man from the hood. Like I was speaking from that perspective. So you're gonna expect Ebonics, you're gonna expect slang, expect that, and not every word is gonna be picture perfect, so to speak. But I did want to make it to where even a college professor can enjoy it, and I'm really apologize for those who felt like they couldn't enjoy it because of the grammar issues. But at least you guys can appreciate my poetry, and you guys can appreciate what I do with my work, what I gotta do with my craft. Cause this is not easy. I mean, it may look easy to some of you guys. It may be, you may think I just write and I got. I mean, even though I've been pulling out poems, you know, out the window for the last 7 months now. It hasn't been always been easy. Some poems I had to legit think. I had to legit like meditate and think, about the messaging, the lines, the delivery of the poem. Like I had to legit think about that type of stuff while writing a poem. But just because I've been writing for so long and I've been writing for years now, it comes more natural to me. But if I was doing it, 5, 6 years ago, it probably would have took me like at least 2, 3 weeks for writing that poem. So that's why I'm able to write so many great poems, and not just poems about myself, but obviously poems about other people. I've written poems for, my friend OJ, my friend E Money, my friend Travis. You know, like poetry for people I know from school. Like I written poems for a lot of people. People I knew from Vidly, people I knew from Popedia. I mean, like so. Didn't mean to ramble, but I just want you guys to enjoy this book. I really pray that this book touches the people it's meant to be touched. Again, the book is not perfect, but you know, but it's just an example. This book is just a reflection of how imperfect I am as a writer and as a person. But but at the same time, you also can tell that I am serious. That I'm not just somebody who writes just to write. I write for a purpose. I write for a reason, and I do this not just to make money. I do this because I want to change lives. So, with that being said, this is Mario. Sign off.